Imagine standing alone in the middle of a vast wilderness. No cities, no phones, no weapons made of steel, no police, no hospitals, just you, and endless darkness. Most people think ancient humans feared wild animals more than anything. Lions, wolves, bears. But they didn't. There was something far more terrifying. Something so powerful that our brains still react to it today. And the strange part, it wasn't death. It was something worse. The ancient world. Travel back around 100,000 years. The Earth looked nothing like today. Dense forests stretched beyond the horizon. Massive mammoths walked across frozen plains. Lions hunted humans. Hyenas waited in the dark. Every sunrise was a victory. Every sunset was a gamble. There were no permanent homes, no supermarkets, no guarantee of food tomorrow. Humans survived by living together in small tribes, usually between 20 and 50 people. Everyone knew everyone. Children belonged to the group. Food was shared. Fire was protected. Stories were passed from generation to generation. The tribe wasn't just family. It was life itself. Without it, you had almost nothing. The first mystery. But here's something strange. Archaeologists have found skeletons of people who survived terrible injuries. Broken legs, crushed bones, lost teeth. Some lived for years afterward. How? A person with a broken leg couldn't hunt, couldn't escape predators, couldn't gather food. Someone had to carry them, feed them, protect them. Why would ancient humans spend precious food on someone who couldn't help? The answer reveals the greatest fear our ancestors ever faced. The power of belonging. Today, if someone rejects you, it hurts. Maybe your friends stop replying. Maybe you're ignored online. Maybe you feel left out. It feels painful. But for ancient humans, rejection wasn't embarrassing. It was a death sentence. Imagine being forced to leave your tribe. You wake up alone. No fire, no shelter, no one to warn you about predators, no one to watch while you sleep, no one to help if you're injured. Even finding food became nearly impossible. One person alone had almost no chance. Being accepted meant survival. Being rejected meant disappearing forever. Suddenly, our fear of loneliness makes much more sense. Science behind the fear. Modern neuroscience discovered something incredible. The same regions of the brain that process physical pain also become active during social rejection. Researchers at UCLA used brain scans while volunteers played a simple game. When participants were intentionally excluded, their brains reacted almost as if they had been physically injured. Think about that. Your brain doesn't fully separate emotional pain from physical pain. Why? Because for most of human history, being excluded often led to real physical danger. Evolution connected the two. Your brain learned one lesson: stay with the group at any cost. Another mystery. But this raises another question. If humans depended so much on each other, why weren't ancient societies peaceful? Why did tribes fight? Why did they fear strangers? The answer lies deep inside evolution. Thousands of years ago, every stranger represented uncertainty. Would they trade or attack? Would they share food or steal it? One wrong decision could destroy an entire tribe. Trust had to be earned. Suspicion kept people alive. And echoes of that instinct still exist today. The invisible rules. Ancient tribes developed invisible rules. Share your food. Protect children. Respect elders. Help during hunts. Punishment for breaking these rules wasn't usually prison. It was something much worse. Exile. Imagine hearing your own people tell you, you can't stay here anymore. No appeal, no second chance, just silence, and the wilderness waiting beyond the firelight. The plot twist. Here's where everything changes. Maybe ancient humans didn't fear death the most. They feared isolation. Death was often quick. Isolation was slow, lonely, hopeless. And here's the incredible part. That ancient fear never disappeared. It simply changed shape. Today, most of us don't worry about being eaten by lions, but we still fear being ignored, rejected, embarrassed, left out, public speaking, social anxiety, fear of criticism, fear of failure. Many of these emotions may be echoes of survival instincts formed tens of thousands of years ago. Your brain still acts as if acceptance equals survival, because for nearly all of human history, it did. Emotional ending. The next time rejection hurts, remember, your mind isn't overreacting. It's responding with software written long before cities, long before civilization, long before history itself. Inside every modern human lives an ancient survivor, a person who knew that one campfire, one family, one tribe could mean the difference between life and death. Perhaps the greatest human superpower was never strength, never intelligence, never speed. It was the ability to belong, to cooperate, to trust strangers until they became family. Civilization wasn't built by the strongest humans. It was built by humans who stayed together. And maybe that's still the greatest survival strategy we've ever discovered.